An 8-2 vote, the Lexington-Fayette Urban County Government's Planning Commission approved rezoning last week for the Aylesford neighborhood downtown.
Development company Core Spaces is proposing to build an 8-story residential complex, but it would demolish 12 historic properties within the neighborhood.
WKYT's Maggie Rickerby talked to advocates about why they say preserving these buildings is so important.
322 units with 436 parking spaces.
In an 8-2 vote, the LFUCG Planning Commission approved changing this site from a medium residential area to a downtown frame business zone. The goal is to build an 8-story residential complex. Staff recommended approval because they say it follows Lexington's comprehensive plan and provides more housing to UK students. A representative from the developer, Core Spaces, says they've held meetings and spoken to neighbors in the Aylesford area.
Even after some of our meetings with staff or some of our previous presentations, there were some neighborhood members who were in attendance at those, and we spoke to them afterwards as well. So I would say we had a pretty good engagement with them back and forth.
The company also says they've made changes to the development plan based on community feedback.
We want this to be a collaborative process, and we're not trying to change anything without making them aware of it ahead of these meetings.
To make room for the complex, these buildings here behind me would be demolished. But advocates say that they tell a story that shouldn't be turned to rubble.
The Webb House at 255 East Maxwell, constructed for Richard Webb, who was a pioneer in the automotive industry in Lexington.
The development would tear down 12 buildings that historic preservation manager at Bluegrass Trust, Zach Leonard, says are on the National Register of Historic Places.
I want to emphasize that the city's built heritage and its identity goes beyond its iconic landmark buildings.
Steve Edgington has lived just down the street from the development site for 10 years, but he's considering moving next year. He says he understands the need for more housing, but
no sense in tearing them down. To put up, a great big 8-story apartment building, it's just, like I said, this area's going to lose its charm.
No buildings have been demolished yet. But Leonard with Bluegrass Trust says their next step is to request a hearing with the City Council to overturn the zone change. In Lexington, Maggie Rickerby, WKYT.